water's really cold at Mavericks.
During big swell, it's like a person that is hungry, you can say.
One of the greatest wonders of the world, and it happens to be right in our backyard. Welcome, everybody. My name is Jeff Clark, and I'm here with Ivy Miller.
Hello. Thank you for having me. What an exciting for the Mavericks.
The Mavericks Awards.
The Mavericks Awards.
Let's go through the rules.
Let's do it.
The Mavericks Awards is a video performance contest, $25K prize money. 80% go to the athletes. 20% goes to the photographers. And we've got some things up our sleeve for next year. But we're going to be judging 5 categories. Biggest wave, best barrel, ride of the year. And these are general, neutral categories. And then 4 and 5 are male performer of the year and female performer of the year with equal prize money. There's only 2 rules. You must make the wave. And looked at all-around performance. Looking at all-around performance is one of the most important things for Ride of the Year, because when these surfers show up on any given swell, they have to be ready for anything that Mavericks throws at them.
Mm-hmm. And I really love the values that are included in this contest. It's all about respect, inclusion, equality, safety's huge, environmental stewardship. And we're starting it off with family. It's very important. We wanted to kick it off with the iconic father-son duo, Peter and John Mell, carrying the torch at Mavericks today.
I like to hoot. I'll hoot.
Yeah, he gets me frothed up.
Yeah, that was sick. Yeah, you know, but that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
I, obviously, as a dad, want to protect my son, and we're going to surf this wave that is dangerous. So I want to give him all of those opportunities with my knowledge of how to get through situations and also the safety part of it. And I get to sit there and watch him on a ski, which is one of the best safety tools out there. So it's a thing of protecting my son, but also sharing in something we're both super passionate about, you know, and that's the thing where I'm trying not to push him. Like, you gotta go, you know, you gotta go deeper, you know, like, it's not that at all.
It's more of a guidance thing for me. Like, I kind of try and do my best to ask questions and observe the lineup, and that's my favorite thing about it too, is that he doesn't want to push me under. He's like, go 20-footer or whatever, you know. That's the other part for me too, is that I definitely want to be there to watch him. It makes me feel most comfortable, and it's nice to know that we, each other, are 100% going to be eyes on, like, if he's in the lineup, I'm 100% eyes on him the whole entire time, no matter what. And I think that's, I mean, I know he is doing the same for me when I'm in the lineup. So that's kind of definitely a comforting feeling, you know? I mean, I already have a lot of trust in him. Obviously, he's my father, so I wouldn't really want to have anyone else watching over me. So it's pretty cool that we're able to do that together, I think.
Looking at the wave that I received this winter, it was one of the best waves I've ever even been a part of, you know, and seen.
It was definitely an amazing season. So many good waves went down, but this year is like the first year where I really was like pushing it, giving it a go, and really feeling the bowl and learning it a lot more. I want to surf the lefts, so I think that my mindset and all the kind of younger generation's mindset is kind of a little different, and we're trying to read the wave differently, and I think that's a cool thing to try and push it a little bit more, you know, try and find different entries, different lines to take, and I think that's kind of what's happening right now.
I'm not looking at the lefts. for me to sit in the channel and watch it. And actually, my iPhone was out and I was filming it all. So, of course, I was super psyched. It's a little nerve-wracking too, because you're seeing something that's never been done before, and they're done by young guys that probably haven't experienced the wrath of what Mavs can do. And so it's a little, like I said, it's a little nervousness to it, but watching them, and I guess in the moment, there's this sense that it's going to be all right, because these guys are good, man. They figured it out. They know where to be now, and they're surfing good, and they're putting themselves in great positions. So it's awesome to watch. Raising John, surfing has been a part of our lives. Born into a surfing family that is basically steers their life around every moment to find offshore winds and swell. So, the part of the spirituality to it is that it's our place that we've always found that solace, found that place of higher power, right? It's really where we get connected with that spirituality inside of ourselves. The ocean is a place that feel the most comfortable, and especially a place like Mavericks, right? It's our Everest, it's our 1/3 of the world in surfing.
Wow, let's hear it for our surf families. A family that gets barreled together, stays together. I bet it was pretty interesting surfing with them and seeing them firsthand this winter.
Watching them work together was like music. Everybody was doing the right thing, the right time, and they got the biggest waves. Speaking of biggest waves,
let's see it.
Let's see it. The biggest wave winners are...
Yeah, we're starting it off with the... Yep.
Okay, I jumped that.
For the hard charger, we have Twiggy, whose wave was insane and definitely something to mention.
So big. The problem was he didn't make it. We hated to see that because it took him out of the running.
But man, we're glad to see that he's living, telling the tale. The runner-up for the biggest wave is Lenny.
Wow. No, Kai is just a different animal, always catching the biggest waves out here.
And the biggest wave of the year goes to Peter Mell.
First off, a big thank you to all the organizers of the Mavericks Surf Awards. Sorry I couldn't be there tonight. Circumstances didn't allow me to be there. It's one of those crazy years, but wow, what a year that we had for Mavericks. What an honor to win this award for biggest wave. It was a big partnership really between my son and I, John. He killed it. He really did. We got ourselves a Yamaha FXHO for this season before it even started, and wow, it paid off. John drove exceptional. That January 10th day only comes probably once a decade, and to be able to share this award with John and get myself one of the biggest waves I've ever had at Mavericks was an accomplishment that I'll never forget. And I'll be giving half the prize money to John. That's how it works, man. We've shared this award, and we shared a lot of great experiences this season. and I'm super stoked on the way things turned out. Thank you to John. Again, thanks to the organizers, Chris, Jeff Clark. You guys have done a great job, and what an event to have, an awards that you can honor all the guys who surf out there and girls. And to win this award, I'm very grateful. Thank you very much.
Really inspiring. Jeff, I heard that you surfed Mavericks completely alone for 15 years.
I actually did surf Mavericks alone, and it wasn't by choice. I tried to get anybody that would listen to come out and surf with me. I couldn't convince anyone. But now times have changed. There's a lot of people in the lineup, and I'm relishing the times I had were really good, but to see where Mavericks has taken so many people to another level is amazing.
Incredible. And I bet it's a bit more crowded these days, no?
It's definitely got a crew that surfs, but on the giant days, the guys that train the hardest are rising to the top. One of the most amazing things was to see the father and son team of Pete and John Mel competing against each other, and they were going hard.
And they're competing against each other for this next discipline of best barrel.
Oh my God! Oh!
Some serious energy out there. You can tell by the hooting and hollering. It's so fun to watch.
Those barrels are insane. For where those guys put themselves this year was so radical. And we have to throw a nod out to Manny Resano. Check this out.
Hard charger. Let's go.
So radical to be there. He got clipped.
And the runner-up is John Mel.
Pulling in the right place.
But mustn't we forget, the winning tube goes to Pops.
Pete Mel.
Wow, another award. Best barrel. Wow, there's moments in a lifetime that you remember, and this was one of those moments to be able to get a wave like that in a season that we had this year. Best barrel, Mavericks isn't necessarily known for its barrels, but you can find them, and they're diamonds in the rough, and this year I definitely found a diamond. Big thank you to all the community up there. There's a lot of folks that have been there since the very beginning. Kurt Myers from Power Lines, Eric Nelson, Don Montgomery, Doug Acton, Frank Yarte, all of you guys that have been there to document and help my career. This is actually an award for all of you too. This is a community that I wouldn't be able to do it without all you guys. So thank you very much. This was a once in a lifetime wave, and I get to share it with all of the community. Also to the photographers who actually put in, Dan Jones, who GoPro'd the thing from the corner. Also, Dan Zolciak, I've probably butchered your name, Dave Zolciak. Your landing was awesome. So thank you for contributing into that to allow me to win this award. Water safety team, the Mavericks Water Patrol. Again, we couldn't do it without all of you there. So thank you very much. Another great award, and man, hope I can top it. You know, I don't know. We'll see what next season brings, but what an honor, and thank you very much.
Wow.
What was that like to see him?
That was
surf that
absolutely
wave?
insane. Pete has, you know, like he said, it takes a community to realize your full potential, and the comfort that he has in the water with the water patrol, and then his lifetime of commitment to Mavericks really showed this year.
Yeah, very beautiful to watch and inspiring. We get to see him again as a finalist for Ride of the Year. Some serious cool energy out there and beautiful surfing.
These guys are so committed. It was fun to watch them shine this year.
So for the runner-up, we have Lenny.
Kai discovered Mavericks, and man, he's been here every time it's gone off the rails. And the winner for Ride of the Year, once again, Mr. Peter Mel.
Wow, thank you. Ride of the Year. I would have to say that I probably expected this one just because it was definitely the ride of my lifetime again. And, you know, this award is very special. You know, it's one of the main awards because generally this is about the best wave ridden all season long. And it was the best wave I've ridden in my life. So I'm glad to see that an award happened. I'm definitely dedicating this award to my family. My mom, you know, she's doing a battle right now, and I'm here for you and love you, Mom. And my family, you know, for all the support. I mean, it's been an unwavering support for my family to allow me to drop everything at all times, whether it's a holiday or a birthday or, you know, a commitment that I made in months in advance to be able to go chase waves. And every one of you guys have done it with a smile. So thank you to my wife, Tara. You know, I love you, honey. Thank you for being so supportive. Mom, you know, fight this battle. You know, again, this award is dedicated to my family because I would not be able to do it without you. This is something that I probably don't acknowledge enough. And I for sure am very appreciative and grateful that my family has been there and supporting me. Ride of the Year, you know, let's keep this ride going. I love you all and thank you very much.
I really want us here at Mavericks Awards and our community to, you know, give our thoughts to Pete Mel and his family, his mom, and, you know, it's been a great year for him, and celebrate it with his family is even better. As we move on, I was thinking about having Ivy surf Mavericks. What do you think about that?
It's funny you say that, Jeff, because I got a pretty nasty barrel this year. I think you were there. I was
No way.
So deep.
Let's check it out. Aha! That is you. Unbelievable.
Yeah. As you can see, just performance, technique.
I had no idea.
Yep. Well, have an idea next time.
So
We're headed off to the next discipline, which is women pushing the levels of surfing, sights unseen at Mavericks. These girls are so inspiring. It blew me away.
It's so fun to see the level of the women surfing integrating themselves into the highest level of performance at Mavericks. It's just awesome. And with the women pushing the boundaries, brings us to Ride of the Year.
Ride of the Year.
I love Mavericks. But it's also it's finicky. It's testy. No two waves are the same and no two swells are the same. So it's a real true game of patience and commitment, and it's a long game. I go in with humble expectations because I really, really respect the power of the wave.
When I came to Mavericks, my goal was to put time in the water, to improve on my skills, on my equipment, like figuring the lineup, like improving on my paddling in big waves.
There's definitely a lot of momentum, and there's more up-and-coming girls.
Good morning, ladies. Girls update, it's on. Get them.
Every big wave, it's like a person, you know. You learn how to react with it, and for me, man or woman is not about the gender.
Anybody who gets a good wave at Mavericks should be proud of like the work that they've put in to get out there.
Katie. Katie. Katie.
But then the thing that is really important, it's what you've got inside, what you want, and what are your dreams, and if you got goals, just going for it.
How cool and special to be alive at a time like this where we get to see female progression so intensely. Like, you would have seen a whole array of evolution of women surfing.
I've watched it from the very beginning with Sarah Gerhardt, the first woman to surf Mavericks, and then Savannah Shaughnessy, and those were the early days. And now we have Bianca, KK, Justine Dupont, Emmy Erickson. Quite a few women are showing up in the lineup now, and it's awesome. Absolutely awesome.
So honored to be a part of this evolution. Now we have a very exciting, the finalists for the Female Performer of the Year. Wow. Regardless of gender, these women are pushing the limits of surfing. It's so exciting to see. The runner-up is Bianca
Valenti. And the winner of Female Performer of the Year is Justine Dupont.
Thanks. I'm glad. When I received the news, I was really stoked. When I came to Mavericks, my goal was to put time in the water, to improve on my skills, on my equipment, like figuring the lineup, like improving on my paddling in big waves. And definitely having this award is kind of a cherry on the top of the cake. And yeah, thanks a lot to all the community, to all the surfers for all the advice, to the water safety. Thanks Brian to open his home for us. It was just so sick to be able to feel like home. We had the opportunity to jump on the boat of Tom, so thanks a lot Tom. It was a big plus to be able to be on the boat and rest during the big day. And thanks to Luca Padua, to Jamie Mitchell, Jojo Roper for all their advice, for the skis. And thanks a lot Jeff Clark for the board. It was just amazing to be able to surf his board. And yeah, it was just such a great trip. And I really felt like home. And it's helped me a lot to perform on this wave. To you.
And our last category of the night is Male Performer of the Year. Introducing our finalists.
This year was full of giant waves, and the commitment that Kai and Pete and Matt Bromley and Grant Baker had, and the Manny Resano, there were a lot of guys that really showed up every swell and went after it. And it was really a tough decision. This year's runner-up is Kai Lenny.
And the Male Performer of the Year goes to the Man of the Winter, Peter Mell.
I'm flabbergasted. Clean sweep, I guess you could say. I didn't realize it was going to happen this year. Performer of the Year. This is one of my favorites awards because it kind of showcases that you have to have a ton of dedication. And it also showcases the performance, right? Like you have to go out there, not only be out there every day, but also drop in, make it to the channel and kick out and succeed. And so this is, like I said, one of my favorite awards. I would not have been able to do it without a lot of the safety teams and, big ups to Bragg, the Big Wave Risk Assessment Group. I think that is an organization that started kind of coming from Mavericks, with the Silent Molosky's passing. And that group is someplace, if you're an aspiring big wave surfer, definitely get on that Bragg website, get yourself enlisted into one of their lessons and learn, because that group will help you to succeed. The Mavericks Water Patrol, Frankie Arte, thank you very much. Support them. Drake, you guys have been out there every single day that was breaking and making us feel safer, and that's very important. Performer of the year, male performer of the year. Right on. Thank you. What a night, what a night. Thank you again. I am so appreciative of everyone who has been in my life and helped me to get where I am today. And here's to next season. Love you all.
Couldn't have gone to a more deserving person.
I agree. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you to the water safety and the photographers.
Filmers. Nice one. I get my cues really well. Just hit me in the back. No. Filmers. Where'd it go? Surfers. Half Moon Bay
Community to finish things off.
We got a highlight reel of this season, and I think you'll really enjoy it. Can't wait for next year. We're going to be out there, and we're going to do it again.
Woo!
Swallow your pride. There's nowhere to hide. What would you decide when it's on the line? If it's do or die, would you compromise, or would you stand through the storm and roll with the tide? Would you be the one to fight or the one to hide? You can never touch the sky if you don't try to fly. Rocky roads, but we stayed unshakable. Been through it all and we still unbreakable. Won't take no, we don't slow down, we don't go. We are in control, cannot let this go. Hustle's all I know, we be on it. Really, we be on it, working hard, cause my opponents, I won't let them get a moment. I ain't flexing, I ain't bragging, I ain't boasting. But when it come to greatness, man, I swear that we the closest. All it took was hard work. Life give you a hand, better make them cars work. Now we pressing buttons just to make the cars work. Took a little time, but it paid off. Thankful, could either be a boss or being laid off. Swallow your pride, there's nowhere to hide. What would you decide when it's on the line? If it's do or die, would you compromise, or would you stand through the storm and roll with the tide? Would you be the one to fight or the one to hide? You can never touch the sky if you don't try to fly. Rocky roads, but we stayed unshakable. Been through it all and we still unbreakable. It's your time to shine. Started way behind. Now you lead the line. Yeah, I think it's time. It's your time to go. Been a star from the start. Now it's time to show. Say you working hard. Well, let's work some more. Say you on your job. Time to let them know that you can't be stopped. You will not flop. Give it all that you got. So you stay at the top.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here, and I want to say thank you, Chris Cuvier, my partner, for organizing my chaos into something really cool.
And I want to turn around and say thank you to all of you here and all of you watching. Without the support of this local community, we could not have done it. So strap in. I've got a bunch of people to thank here. So starting with the photographers, a bunch of them are sitting here. Hunter Duel, Abe Alarcon, Pedro Bala, Quinn O'Hara, Jay Hadley. Give it up for them, you guys. Bo Bridges, Sachi Cunningham, Fred David, Hunter Duel, Jamie Donaldson, Kyle Hulse, Audrey Lambadakis, Brian Overfelt, although I haven't got any of his pictures yet. Nick Paz, Fred Pompelmeyer, Ben Schuster, Drake Stanley, and Tucker Wooding. The rescue, as Pete Mel said, the rescue is critical for what these athletes are doing, men and women pushing it so hard. So big props off to the rescue. Frank Chiardi, Tim West, Drake Stanley, Jeff Kafka, Parker Guy, and Jeff Clark. The boat captains, taking out the athletes, taking out all the film people, right? Tom McGurk on the Bull, Brad Lucas on the BL Bullet, Justin Snyder on Real State of Mind, and Andrew Dorn on the Get Shredded. I also want to thank our judges, Grant Washburn, Chris Burdish, Maya Gabera, Flea, and Jeff Clark. It was a unanimous decision this year on all calls. And the judges' input, watching the footage, it was so fun being on the other side, listening to their input. I've been on the channel almost every swell, watching and filming. It's a whole different level when you see legends like those 5 judges talking about Mavericks and the insight they have. It was truly amazing. Lastly, I want to very much thank our sponsors, the Inertia, who actually produced this event with us. Where's Zach? Where is Zach? Zach, you should be in here. Come on, Zach. Cowboy Fishing, where we're hosted. Tom McGurk in the back. Ocean Blue Real Estate, thank you, David. ProVault CBD, great for pain relief. Monera, they sponsor Justine, Pacific Catch Restaurant. Zola Coconut Water, that is good stuff if you haven't tried it. Self plug. Kenshu, Mavericks Surf Company, and Wind and Waves. Thank you so much. I'm also going to thank Sea Hugger. Turn around, show your jacket. They were the first donor to the Mavericks Awards, and I thank you and Bob for that very much. So, and with that, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you all very, very much. We can't wait to see you next year. Love y'all. Bye.